Hey everyone, and welcome back to the next episode of our walkthrough. We'll follow the official strategy book to aim to complete 100% of the game. In the last episode, we've been to Groveside Cave and we've defeated our first boss. All well and good. Now, let's go to the next cave. Let's go to our next item, which is the Limgrave tunnels. We'll be able to pick up a lot of smithing stones and defeat our next boss. Now the Limgrave tunnels is item number 6 in the book and is located just on the top end of the Agile Lake. In fact, it is right here. So let's put a waypoint over there and let's go. Let us defeat this guy here. And then we're gonna sit down on Torrent and ride over to Limgrave tunnels. Within the Limgrave tunnels, we'll find a lot of smithing stones and a lot of very valuable items which we'll be able to take and improve our character further so that he becomes stronger. The cave is just down there. Let's ignore these little guys here and walk straight into that cave. This cave is populated by a lot of stone digger trolls, and stone digger trolls are very resistant to physical damage because they have rock hard bodies. They're very vulnerable to magic, so if you chose to roll a class like an astrologer from the very beginning, then you can basically stomp them with your magic damage. They die in one hit. However, if you are a melee user, you're gonna have a little bit more of a challenge, as you will see now. Let us rest at the side of grace and level up. So we're gonna be popping out Dex to 16 for the next level. Okay, let us try to defeat our first stone digger troll. We'll try to do a critical hit. Also, if you are a melee user, make sure you are two-handing your sword, because if you are one-handing it, it's just gonna bounce off their bodies. Also, they hit very hard, so try not to get hit. Since I have to unsheath, I'm just gonna do this. Pick up any smithing stones you can find, and after we finish this cave, we're gonna go and upgrade our sword to be a plus a number of damage boost. Okay. Luckily that this digger didn't notice us, so drink a flask. Also, these guys don't really get staggered, which is another reason why they're so challenging for a melee user, because you just have to sort of like hit them and they'll roll out, which presents to be a problem when there are many of them at the same time. There's another one sitting just over there. These rats are the most annoying enemy in the game. Not the most annoying actually, the Warhawk's gonna be a little bit more annoying, but these rats are some of the most annoying enemies in the game because they just come out of nowhere and start attacking, and yeah. Let's grab our torch and pick up an item over here. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of smithing stones in this cave, which is very good for us. I'm just gonna go this way and get rid of the rest of the diggers. It's gonna be a lift. So we're gonna explore this bottom area first, and then the boss is actually gonna be in the middle area over there. We are going to jump over, and there's also a smithing stone on one of those ledges over there. Actually, a somber smithing stone, which is a very valuable item. So we're gonna circle back and get it after we clear out this section. There's gonna be a dog and a few rats. So the best strategy here would be to just run in, clear the dog, and then run straight back out. Because at this point, you see, the other dogs are going to notice us. Oh. I underestimated the Stone Digger Troll. That would run in and attack us immediately. That's okay, not a worry. We are going to circle back and do this properly now. This is actually the first time I died during this walkthrough, discounting the first time to the graphic sign at the very beginning. Right. Let's wait for him to come up the stairs so we can fight him individually. Oh, he doesn't know how to come up the stairs. Okay. Ooh, I think he can hit us from over there. That's not ideal. Okay, there we go. He's coming up the stairs, isn't he? Okay, I got this one. Now we're gonna get this one as well. If you can, hit up with a critical hit. Okay, we are doing much better this time around. Pickaxe. We don't need to go over there because we've already been, so let's just go forward and continue. Drink a flask. Now that the lift is down, you'll need to pull the lever to get it back up, and as it comes up, let's have a look at the ledge. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is pick up the runes. And then, since we have a bow, we can actually just shoot that dog in order to make sure it comes, in order to cause it to come to us. Nice. Oh, I messed it up a little bit. I think one of those dogs actually went up the lift. That's pretty funny. Oh, how am I? Okay, that was embarrassing. I just missed all of the hits. Okay, those dogs are very, very annoying enemies, along with the rats. So it wasn't a dog that went up the lift, it was actually one of the Stone Digger Trolls who went up the lift. Anyhow, I did not lose my runes, because I managed to pick him up before I died, so let's just go ahead and quickly run over there and try that again. Did I just miss a troll? Yeah, I did. So you get an opening after that heavy attack. By the way, it's always worth just killing them again, because you get more smithing stones. They are very good source of dropping smithing stones. Okay, that one is just completely ignoring us, which is a good thing. See, another smithing stone. We're not gonna bother with the rest of it. Actually, yeah, now we won't. We're just gonna go straight down. And this time around, we will try not to mess it up. So there's a dog over there. We can actually shoot it twice with the bow, I think. Once. Okay, I got two of them this time around. Okay. This time around, I emerged victorious from this little skirmish. There's gonna be one more stone nigger troll, but he's gonna be there by his lonesome. So he's not gonna be very tough to get. We're just gonna sneak back around and land a critical hit. It would have been nice for a critical hit. Smithing stone, and I believe there's gonna be something valuable over here. Yep, smithing stone. There we go. Make sure you enter this little shack to pick up an item, which is a large greenstone scrap. And this is actually a pretty good one. It will help us against a lot of enemies. So let's equip it to the bottom arrow. It's gonna basically produce a bunch of magic bolts using mana, which will help us when fighting our enemies. Okay, so now we will be wanting to go back up, and then we'll make sure to jump off. There we go. Stake of Marika, which means we'll respawn here as opposed to at the Grace. If we were to die in this area, we will try not to. We'll get this one here first. Fight that one over there. This one has a fire lantern. The greenstone scrap. Whoa, two of them at the same time. There we go, one. Let's hide away. Now let's get in. Let's get this one as well. We have no more mana, which is a slight problem. And then if we head down here, we will find the boss. We will find the boss gate. I'll just head back up the elevator because there was something on a ledge for us to take. Oh yeah, the Summer's Meeting Stone. So what we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna, instead of taking the elevator, we're gonna be jumping down the ledges in order to reach that area. Okay, a golden rune and a Summer's Meeting Stone. That's the one the book was talking about. Who almost fell down the elevator shaft. That would not have been good. And so there is the boss gate. But before the base the boss, because we're almost certainly going to lose, given that we have no mana, no flasks, and 2.7 thousand runes, what we're gonna wanna do is we wanna fast travel back to the entrance, or not fast travel, but like basically run back to the entrance, level up at the grace, and then come back and fight the boss fresh with all the flasks intact. That would be the best option, because at the moment it would be futile to fight that boss with half a health bar, no flasks, and also risking 2,700 runes in the fight. So let's just run all the way back. Gonna have to get down here and call the lift to go back to the top level. We also got a ton of smithing stones, so after fighting this boss, we are going to level up our weapon. Let's just go back up. Run, ignoring all the enemies. No, there won't be any. And the rest of the side of grace. Upon resting, we are going to level up. This time we're going to pump our vigor to 15. And then another one to 16, increasing our health. And we're also going to allocate some flask charges. Flasks. We're gonna have one more flask of cerulean tears, because we will want to use unsheath. We want to, upon finding the boss, we'll want to summon the wolves, use the flask, and then use a bunch of unsheaths. So we'll need at least two. We're not gonna bother fighting these guys. We're just gonna run straight past them, all the way to the elevator. Oh my goodness. I missed the jump. That's okay. Not a problem. It just means I have a little bit less health than I would have ideally desired. But it is alright. Now, once again, let us run past all these guys. And get onto this elevator right here. Then let's make sure we send the elevator back up before we jump off. Because if we were to fail the boss fight, we will want to do the same thing, and we'll want to make sure that the elevator is already up there. Because if I didn't do that, then the elevator would have been down, and we'd have to pull the lever, and those guys would have had a chance to catch up with us and basically kill us, not allowing us to run through them with impunity. Okay, let's face the boss. This boss is relatively tough for our level, so we might not get him on the first attempt, but we'll do our best to get him at least on the second. Summon the wolves. Run around. Make sure he's not focused on you. And then do that shit. Make sure you roll out of the way so as not to get damaged. Drink a flask. Okay, I failed to dodge that hit over there, which was not ideal. Okay, I thought he was gonna smash that hammer onto the other side, allow me to drink my flask, but I was wrong. Not a problem. So basically you just wanna roll out of his attacks. And as soon as he does a heavy attack down onto the ground, this will leave you an opening in order to go for it and land the hit. So as we know that the elevator is already down, so we can just run past all these guys. And stand on the elevator and head downstairs to where they are not going to chase us. Once again, let's make sure to set the elevator back up and go to face the boss. Summon our spirit companions and run around. Make sure not to get hit. Okay, we were able to stagger him, so now we can land a critical hit. I think I had a small misclick over there. Alright. I had a misclick when I was trying to hit him, but then for some weird reason he sheathed the sword back up and did a regular hit instead of the unsheath. That's okay. Well, basically you get the gist of the fight, and you should be able to get him on at least a third attempt. Let's walk inside. Summon the spirit wolves and run straight over to the left, making sure we dodge his initial attack as he will smash the hammer on us. And as he does that, he leaves himself vulnerable for a counter attack. dagger is good. Luckily, he takes a lot of damage from our Uncheat spell. And we get a Roar Medallion. Let us quickly have a look what it actually does. Enhances roars and breath attacks. Okay, we don't actually have any roars or breath attacks, so we don't need it. We'll just stick with the fire damage negation for the moment. Let's pick up our runes, which I believe to be exactly 0. And let us return to the entrance. So at this point, we have completed item number 6, and we also have a ton of smithing stones and a few runes for a level. So let us get out of the lake, get out of the cave, and fast travel back to the Church of Valley, where we'll be able to level up our weapon quite a few levels due to the amount of smithing stones that we have, and also level up ourselves. So first of all, let's level up our Uchigatana, make it a +2, make it a +3, and we even have enough for a +4. Which means we've maxed out the level of our Uchigatana, at least at this particular smithing table. We don't really need to level up anything else at the moment. We don't have any runes to level ourselves. So at this point, we can go ahead and go to item number 7. Item number 7 is the Knight's Cavalry boss, and he could be he could be quite a lot. He could be very tough at this level of the game. Even though he's item number 7, I will still give it a go, but I suggest skipping that item and going straight over to the next one on the list, and then coming back and getting the Knight's Cavalry afterwards when we are quite a bit stronger. But I will still give it a solid attempt to see if we can get him now. Let us rest at that side of grace over here, just so that we respawn closer to our target in case we die. Now let's go ahead and attempt the Knight's Cavalry. It must be night for him to be able to come out, so let us rest at the side of grace again and pass the time until nightfall.
You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
There is a guy who's masquerading as a tree, and we are going to talk to him after we attempt the boss fight. So let's get rid of all this small guys over here, just to make sure that we are not disturbed as we are fighting the Knight's Cavalry. That's a Knight's Cavalry over there on a horse. On his horse named Midnight. Alrighty. A smithing stone on the bridge, but first we're gonna attempt the fight. What I want to do is roll out of the way of his attacks, and then as he comes closer, we're gonna want to uncheat and hit him. Obviously, we don't want to miss. hits very hard, so make sure you roll out of his attacks as he attempts them. Let's roll out of that one. Not to worry, I have one more flask. Okay, now that we have knocked him off his scores, he can be staggered, at which point let us wait until he tries to summon his horse again. Oh, I missed the hit. How did I miss that hit? Okay, that is not to worry. He has disappeared because we've taken him way too far away from the bridge. But he's gonna respawn over there, but he is not gonna restore his health. So he's still very vulnerable. He's got like... So one more hit and he dies. We're gonna get this later. So basically all we need to do is just to make sure that we don't die in the attempt to kill him. Oh my god. Okay, I will attempt this one more time just because of how close we were. But yeah, all I had to do was just hit him one more time without dying myself. We can respawn in the Stake of Marika and give it another solid try. So we still have to go back to the side of grace in order to change the time to night. So might as well have chosen the respawn at the side of grace, because we have to pass the time to make until it's nighttime. All right. So, as per last time, we're gonna get rid of the small guys.
You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
That guy runs away. The torch guy is a bit tricky if you don't want to take any damage, because it's very hard to take damage from a torch, because he's just pointing it straight at you. Now let's wait for him, for the Knight's Cavalry to turn around and walk back across the bridge, because we want to get this camp of soldiers before we engage him. We only want to fight one enemy at a time. Did he actually see us? I think he might have. It's okay. If we are only here, then we can fight him. Oh, missed time my roll. Okay, that was a slight misclick. Instead of basically rolling, I pressed the unsheath button, which did not allow me to roll properly. Okay, let's go back here and set it to nighttime. And give it another solid attempt, because I believe we can actually defeat him at this point of the game. We were one hit away from knocking him off his horse.
Oi! You there? Could you help us out, Cully?
I certainly could, but I choose to wait. Let's get these guys. Okay. Now we are free to fight the nice cavalry. And it's time to roll. Okay, that was a really bad attempt. We definitely want to respawn on the last side of Grace, purely due to the fact that we're still gonna wanna have to travel to the Grace in order to set it to nighttime.
Oi! You there? Could you help us out?
Alright, now that we've cleared the camp, let's face the nice cavalry. The key here is not to get greedy, and first and foremost, dodge his attacks before anything else. That was a greedy hit. I should have dodged that as opposed to hit. That's okay. Also, make sure you don't fall off the cliff as you fight them. was very bad. You might still be able to defeat him even with this little health. Oh, I spoke to some. Let's set the time to nightfall. And let's go ahead and give it another go.
Oi! You there? Could you help us?
So let us defeat the small class of enemies. This guy's gonna run away. Okay, we've engaged him. Okay, we've almost knocked him off his horse. Okay, now we can land a critical hit. Oh my god. I should have stayed away. Let us set the time to nightfall and give this another quick try.
Oi! You there? Could you help us out?
Let us acquire the runes that we've dropped. think he's gonna see us from all the way over there. Which basically means that we don't have to fight this camp of small guys. We can just sort of like lower him over to the side of the area and engage him. The key here is to just not be greedy. Roll out of his attacks as opposed to trying to hit him, and only hit him when you get a true opening. Like so. Okay, so far so good.
I'm not that ugly, am I?
I think we only need 2 more hits and we knock him off his horse. Which is ideally what we want to do.
You there? Could you help us out, Kyle?
Okay, he respawned. And it's annoying that it happened because we were in the perfect area to fight him. But it's okay, his health did not restore. The only thing that restored was his location. His health is still low, which means we can still fight him properly. And take it from where we had him. These guys are really annoying. But as long as he can not take any hits, should be alright. Alright, there he is. Let us fight him on the bridge. Okay, knocked him off his horse. At which point we go on a critical hit. And then make sure you roll the hell out of the way, because as soon as he gets up, he's gonna try to land a strike. Nice. That was brilliant. So after a bunch of attempts, we finally got him, and then we got our Ashes of War Repeating Trust. We don't have any use for it, but if you had another weapon as opposed to the Uchigatana, then you would definitely have a use for it. Now let's get this scabbard right here for it to get Ashes of War Determination, which is another good Ash of War. At this point we have a bunch of runes. They gotta go over there and grab the smithing stone across the bridge. Make sure we don't forget it. And then we're gonna talk to the tree guy, who's been asking for help all the while. So this is Bokli Seamstress, a very interesting and significant NPC. And he is masquerading as a tree. I believe it was this tree, so just go ahead and hit it. Boom.
What'd you go and do that for? Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really. Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me.
Nice mushroom. There's 10 of them, so it's not bad.
Well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I'd be happy to. Thank you.
Okay, knocked him off his horse. At which point we go on a critical hit. And then make sure you roll the hell out of the way, because as soon as he gets up, he's gonna try to land a strike.
Well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon. Right, but I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them, so I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
Alright, the cave he's talking about is a cave we're actually gonna go to not too long from now, and it's gonna be around here on this beach. And so this is that's where we're gonna meet up next, and that's how we're gonna advance this quest. So at this point, having completed number 7, our next item on the list will be number 8, which is the Storm Gate. So the Storm Gate is that gate right over there, just past the camp, and there's gonna be a massive troll that we can fight along with a few soldiers, and that's how we're gonna get to the next little part of the area and advance our exploration of Limgrave. So at this point, I am going to conclude this episode, and in the next episode we're gonna go and advance. We're gonna go and advance item number 8 and pass the Storm Gate and defeat the troll and go over to the next area in order to explore further content over the rocks on that cliff on the mountain closer to the Stormwell Castle. Thank you for watching. Adieu. See you in the next episode and keep playing.